Alright, so we are doing Metal Gear Solid 2, the PC version. It's a race, very easy difficulty, full game, no big tricks. And yeah, let's see, as we're about to go ready, we'll have a quick countdown, and Lightning and Fury taking over.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll do a quick countdown then for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off. Start of the game. We're going to be starting on Tanker here. It's the first section of the game. It's about a 6-minute quick little section, but a lot of action packed into it. You definitely got to be on point because you can lose a lot of time here. So.
Yeah, a single continue here could easily cost you like half a minute in your game already, and the leaderboard is super tight. We have people literally 10 seconds from each other. If you're losing time due to a few continues here, then that can easily mean you're dropping like 10 places.
Yeah, it's very easy. The game difficulty is called very easy, but in terms of a speed run, this is the most optimized category of this game and difficulty of this game. We have a lot of runners. It's actually got the most runs of every Metal Gear Solid game on the boards. It has the most runs on the board, and it's the most optimized for the game because so many people play it, and so much work has gone in over the years by different runners to get it to where it is now. And so it's very competitive. But it's not as easy as the game difficulty name suggests. It's far from that.
No, not at all. And outside of doing the full game, we also race just a tanker level with each other. We're entering the Olga fight right now, by the way. Going for a left for hau5test, that's going to be a little bit of timeless, unless he gets the loop. Olga can get stuck in a loop. Yeah, he got her.
That's good.
That's very nice.
Mockingjay got right side, but typically in a race setting, you want to go for, you kind of hope for a right side because it's safer, it's more consistent. She'll often, you know where you stand with the right side. On a left side, as House got, we have this ability to get a loop, but it's very RNG, it's very random.
Yeah, there's a potential to skip the cutscene. Yeah, exactly.
She has a cutscene where she says a victory and conflict and victory cutscene, as it's called. And on the left side, you're able to skip it. House did skip it, but it's very random in VE, so he got good RNG.
Yeah, it's purely RNG based. Of course, there are a few things that can happen, but in a race, you're not going to count on that. And you saw him get out a little bit earlier than Mockingjay. Of course, they're just very much tied together right now, as Tanker is like that. Yeah. Tanker is literally seconds. Like if you drop 2 seconds in Tanker, then you are possibly dropping 5 places on the leaderboard. It's super tight.
I think between the current world record for IO and the second place, it's less than 10 seconds difference.
Yeah. Room right now. Engine room, always a very interesting room, as it's pretty technical. You have to shoot the guard. Drop down, shoot the guard, or shoot his radio. Let's see how it's got it.
I got him.
Same.
Got it.
Oh, Mockingjay opting to shoot him. Okay. So this will trigger a caution that will bring new guards towards where Snake just shot the guard, and they will have to knock him out by simply rolling.
Yeah. When they first entered the stream, you might have noticed when they rolled down the stairs towards the doorway before they entered the engine room, they equipped the camera. They equipped the camera because we're going to need this for a trick later on in the holds after the guard rush fight. You'll see when it comes up, we'll mention it. So that's just a setup for later on for a trick. We're entering deck 2 here, so this is the first half of deck 2. This is just long corridors, 2 long corridors with 3 guards in them. There's first guard here, and then there's 2 more. House and Mockingjay will probably opt for the trank shot here, but there's another strat you can do where you shoot this first guard that they trank with a USP shot, 1 USP shot, and then immediately switch and trank him. And you can save yourself getting alert, because it's quite easy when you trank him. When you round that corner to the second guard, if you're not quick on the shot, you can get an alert on this last guard who's sleeping, and then you have to try and trank him before you get too close, otherwise he'll kick you and you'll lose time.
Okay,
But they both opted for a trank and didn't get the alert, which is good.
hau's going to the guard rush phase right now, so we have a guy behind the box. That's the hardest guard to get, but hau's got him very quickly. Guard rush can potentially be very tedious with that box guard. Mockingjay having a little bit of trouble with him, but still got him.
Not bad, still got him. Like Lightning said, you want to kind of shoot the guy, we call him D-Cheetos behind the box because he cheats us out of it, so you want to go for him first. Here's the trick I mentioned earlier that hau5t is setting up for, we call this ladder glitch. It's basically like you're overlaying like 2 animations at one time and the game doesn't know what to do, so it just allows us to skip the entire ladder sequence with proper inputs. As you can see, Mockingjay got it as well. Very good.
Nice, very good. Because it's
a lot of
possibly
people struggle
very
with
devastating. If you get a continue here, like if you get seen here by any guard in the holds, you get an immediate game over. So you have to take that to 20 to 30 seconds depending on where you got it.
Yeah, they both went for the domino strat here in holds 2, where we just roll down the line of Marines and we line up correctly so that we don't roll too far over either way.
Very consistent tanker of both of them so far. Very, very close together.
And this is holds 3. We just have to take 4 photos, 1 from the left, 1 up, 1 left, 1 middle, 1 right, and then 1 of the Marines logo. And you'll notice that neither of them actually took a photo of the Marines logo. If any of you have played MGS2, you'll know that it's on either side of Ray, and they did what we call a 2-spot. When this game was ported into 16:9 resolution from the original, there's a few things that happened. One of which is on those photos, we're able to do what we call a 2-spot. The hitboxes for those photos are stretched further than they're supposed to be. So we're able to take all 4 photos from spots that we generally aren't supposed to be able to grab from, and that saves us a lot of time. For instance, we don't even snap the Marines photo, but we got it in there. In 4 of those photos, we got the Marines logo in one of them.
So now we're entering plan as Raiden. And first we're going to go to the node, or the nerd, or whatever you want to call it, and register ourselves. It will give us a little bit of a time window to then grab the M9. Not everyone grabs the M9, but usually we grab the M9 as we wait for the elevator to arrive. So if you have some donations, you can read them right now.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Okay, yeah, so we are supporting the charity known as Haven House. They are a children's hospice that seriously cares for seriously ill babies and children. So what they do is basically create a really warm and loving environment for them and their families as they go through some really tough times in their life. They do this through a whole load of different avenues and means. So us being able to support this charity is, well, insanely amazing. And I do need to have a quick shout out for somebody. Viper, thank you for the donation of £20 as well. We were more than happy to have you on yesterday, and they said thank you for having a great event and putting on a great show so far. Let's get that goal for the hospice. I agree, let's get the goal for that hospice 100%. So if you don't know how to donate, it's !donate in chat, and there will be a link that comes up for you there. Thank you guys for the let me know I could see that there.
No worries.
No worries, we gotcha.
As you can see, we're now on the roof of plant, so plant is officially started. We're now in the meat of the game, the main content. This is the biggest part of the game. It's pretty much the rest of the game. Tanker is such a small part. And so there's a lot going to be happening here. I'll explain actually now while we're here. You can see on the runners' feeds that they have text that says turbo on. So we're allowed to use turbo in this game. The community voted on it a year ago or less than that, and allowed turbo to be run on all categories. And I think all consoles as well. I think you can do it on console if you want. I believe it's within the rules. But so we run on turbo on PC. And we got a lot of really great people in the community, and some of them have helped us make tools, one of which is BMN. He's a great member of the community, and he makes a lot of tools for all the different games. Auto splitters, things like this, like little GUI things to help us out. And this is one of them. This allows us to use a visual cue on when our turbo is on and off. We normally use a sound cue originally, and some people still use it with the GUI, but the GUI is very nice, and we can customize it in whatever color we want as well, just for, personal things.
Yeah, shout out to BMN for making us those tools. They greatly help us. We are allowed to. His tools allow us to like reset rooms, like practice like very easily. And he was also the former record holder, so
Yes.
big shout out to BMN for that.
The absolute MVP, as we call him.
Yes, we call him the MVP. He's so great for our community. Right now we're approaching the bomb disposal section, so we just skipped a cutscene that we call the Stillman cutscene. This is the reason why we play on NG Plus, because if you are playing on New Game Plus, then you can skip the cutscene. If you can't, then
I believe there's some technical
I
issues
think there's something going on.
Yeah, with Mockingjay's
Yeah, we do have a
stream.
slight technical issue right now. Mockingjay's stream has frozen.
Oh.
Pickle with that one. Can we pause quickly? I can pause for you right now. Yeah, we will just quickly pause, and we will resume in a moment.
Mockingjay's actual stream itself has stopped.
Yeah, just died. It's completely died. I think we're just working on getting it back up for you.
Well, that's okay, because right now we can explain how IGT works in this game. So, if you're pausing, that does not mean that the timer is still going in the game. In this game, we use the in-game timer to consider how fast you were. We don't use RTA. It has a very good in-game timer, and the fact that House and Mockingjay just paused would not add to their run.
That's good.
No,
That's really good.
Also, loads don't count. So this, I'll explain a little bit further as well. The PC port of this is a port of the original Xbox version. So not like Xbox One or Xbox 360, the OG Xbox, the first one. A lot of people don't realize this, but when Substance was made, because we had what we call Sons of Liberty, the original MGS2 that came out in 2001, Soul, as it's known, like Metal Gear Solid 2 Soul. Then Substance came out, sort of like how they did it with 3 as well. And Substance actually released first on the original Xbox. It never actually came to PlayStation first. It was a launched title for not launched title, but it was launched on Xbox original. And for whatever reason, no one knows, because Konami have never mentioned it, and Kojima's never mentioned it, or any of the devs have ever mentioned it. I don't think so. Is for the Xbox version, IGT doesn't count loads or lag. So like loads through rooms and things like that, like none of that. The IGT stops, it pauses. So we don't lose any time on IGT. And like Lightning said, we use IGT to time all our runs because it actually has a very good in-game timer. And then when they ported it to PC, they just used the Xbox version. So the PC version of MGS2 is the best version to run the game on. Xbox has a lot of lag, unfortunately. It's kind of like a meme run. People do run it, and it is funny, but it lags way harder than PS2 does, and even PS3 sometimes. So it's kind of like unplayable for most parts, like swimming and a lot of the boss fights. If you shoot a stinger in Xbox, it takes about an hour before your frame rate returns to normal.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe we are back up, so I'll do another countdown to carry on in both chat for you, and we'll be back up and good to go, okay? So we're going in... Just wait for Mockingjay to say they're ready in the both chat for us. Ready, cool. So in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Cool. And we're back.
Nice.
Because I'll also explain actually in this section, because we had the technical difficulty. There's a cutscene here that lasts. We always joke about it. We always say it lasts like 500 years or whatever. We call it the Stillman cutscene. Yeah, we call it the Stillman cutscene. It's unskippable on New Game when you first do a first playthrough. So we always play on a New Game Plus or a New Game Plus save, It's about like 2 or 3 minutes, like actual
4
time.
minutes and 20 seconds, I believe.
No one's ever really like timed it properly, but it's basically a run killer. If you do not load a New Game Plus save or a New Game Plus your run's dead. You have to wait like 3 minutes, and you can't skip it.
It's way too much.
Yeah.
So House has entered the bomb disposal part. Is he going counterclockwise? I believe so.
Yeah, he's going to do conveyor out.
Yeah.
So for bomb disposal, this is the bomb disposal section. This is like the first section of the plant. You have to go around the different struts in the plant and defuse a bomb in each of them on VE. There's only one bomb in each strut on VE, so we don't have to go to any wacky spots and defuse bombs like you do on harder difficulties.
Yeah, and they're always at the same spot, so luckily we don't have to sniff around like a dog.
Yeah, we know where all the spots are. We know where they are on higher difficulties as well, so we know where we're looking. But there's two methods. There's a anti-clockwise and counterclockwise. Counterclockwise and anti-clockwise. Counterclockwise. And if you do counterclockwise, we do a method called conveyor route, where we use a glitch to get on top of conveyor. If anybody's ever played MGS1, you remember you used to get the cardboard boxes, you could sit in the truck, and in like a couple of seconds passing, you could skip to different parts of the map, like the snowfield or the nuclear warhead storage. Well, you can do the same thing in this, except for with a conveyor belt. So we use a glitch, because normally if you try to get on the conveyor belt, you have to go on the little platform and sit there for like a few minutes or something and wait for it to stop, and then it fades away and sends you. Was I don't know who did it, but one of the people in the community figured out that we could just glitch onto the conveyor belt using a little like lineup setup near it, and then we can just equip the box, walk into the little machine, and it will just take us straight to where we want to go. And on VE, it saves about 7 or 8 seconds. It's not like too much, but the higher the difficulty, the more time you save doing it. So like on European Extreme, which is the hardest difficulty, you probably save, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's probably like 10, 15 seconds for doing it. So the higher the difficulty, the more you save doing it. And in recent times, pretty much everybody's doing it now in the community. It's become more of a staple. It was kind of a thing that more advanced runners did. But now it's become, especially for high difficulties, you pretty much always want to run it. You always want to take conveyor route, because it's fastest anyway. It's the fastest route.
It's the fastest, and you can screw it up once, and then you don't really lose time. It's not really easy to screw up. You just have to get yourself a physical cue. Okay, so Mockingjay getting the claymore here, by the way.
Very nice little swag roll there. She's doing
very nice from both, by the way, because House also got it. This claymore is going to be used later in the run. We have to do a lot of things to like preserve time saves for later in the run. Yeah, I would say from bomb disposal, strut A is the most maybe like technical strut. You have to get the box there if you have to go for the conveyor belt, and you have to do those coolant rises. And we call it coolant rise because you use the coolant spray to instantly stand up from a crouching position.
Yeah.
You might have seen House like instantly getting up from crawling under the pipes.
We'll see it here after this codec. As soon as this codec ends, he'll stand up, and as soon as the animation starts of standing up, he'll unequip the coolant.
Yeah, same for Mockingjay right now, reaching those pipes.
Oh, he didn't get it there. He was a little bit too slow. He didn't unequip. He just stood up. Basically, it just skips the animation of standing up, because Raiden has this really long standing up animation that just wastes time. You like a second or so every time he does it.
Mockingjay had it like once.
Yeah, we'll see. We should see. There it is.
You have to wait for his butt cheeks to leave the pipe. that's how I got learned.
It just instantly makes us it just skips the animation, so we get up instantly, pretty much.
It's like small time saves, but that's the whole thing with this category. House doing the conveyor belt right there.
Clean as well.
Going to do it once more after this to teleport to strut A, I believe.
I'll just explain what it actually does. Basically, if you do conveyor route, I don't think you visit 2 struts. You skip having to visit 2 struts as you come back after the bomb defusal. This allows us to skip that, or it's like a strut and a bridge, and that's why it saves time. Whereas Mockingjay has done the standard route, which was clockwise, which, I mean, it's not much. It it's not much slower because conveyor has to be done pretty cleanly. House got the first one clean, but if you take too long to get on the conveyor, you pretty much lose all your time save. So
Yeah, and there's a
Mockingjay went with the
possibility
safe.
to soft lock there
Yes,
as well.
yeah, you can soft lock the game there if you fall in between the gap.
Yeah.
There's no way to get out. You cannot alert the guard because you're on VE and he cannot hear you in that room. That room actually is loud because of the conveyor belts, and in this game, those mechanics, those little like details the devs put in, are really like they do come into play. That room's loud, so gunshots cannot be heard by enemies in that room because it's too loud unless you're right next to them.
But a big, yeah.
So,
So the big difference here is that Mockingjay is now going to the last strut and get that sensor B, whereas House already got that sensor and is going to teleport himself towards strut A to defuse the big bomb that's like coming up right after you defuse all those small ones.
House is going to skip 2 struts.
He's
Well,
going to
Mockingjay
do the
has to run
conveyor
that.
belt right here.
Nice.
Oh,
That's right
very
again
clean.
as well.
Didn't
He's
even
using
need...
Sorry, go on.
No, he didn't even need to use his gun.
No.
Like he just went for it.
That's what I was about to say. There's two. We have 2 like setups for it. You can ADS with the gun. You can go for FPV and aim with the SOCOM or M9, whatever you've got equipped, at the green strut there, the scaffolding, and then you can let go of FPV, press triangle, and get on it. But there's also a visual cue which House is using, which is slightly faster because you don't have to FPV and things like that. It's not like massively faster, but you know, it's still quicker, and it's quite an easy visual cue. Like he's using the red and white sticker on the conveyor unit to line up properly, so he can just immediately get on.
Yeah, and there's a difference between using certain guns as well. The SOCOM aims differently from the M9.
Yeah.
So, and it's all about very, very little time saves in this game. We are literally doing hard tricks for a 3-second time save.
V is optimized. It's movement. It's heavily optimized on movement. You need to be going through each room clean and fast. That's where you lose most of your time. And
Right.
boss fights, having clean boss fights.
So here comes the Fortune boss fight, by the way.
Speaking of boss fights, I don't know if I'd call this a boss fight. It's this fight is weird. It looks like it's on a rail, but it's kind of like it looks like you can't manipulate it. It's on a rail, like you're just set. You have to wait, but that's not actually true. We can manipulate it. It's based on a bunch of different factors. One of which is getting her to shoot up certain objects in the room. So you'll see House is going to start moving around the room and have her shoot certain boxes. And then the other factor is she needs to shoot both of these yellow barrels. You see the one there on House's right. He's going to move to that in a minute. He should move to it in a minute once this box goes. Yeah. And he needs her to shoot this barrel. She needs to shoot both, one on this side and one on the other side of the room, and then destroy a certain amount of boxes. And then that will actually speed up the fight. You don't have to sit here and wait. It's a very long fight otherwise. I think it's something like... You lose so much time. I think you lose like 20 or 30 seconds if you just wait here casually, like on a casual run.
Yeah, we're just helping her destroy the entire room. That's basically what we're doing. We're telling her to like, hey, aim here, please. We want some fire, and we want you to hit an old drum, and there is RNG in this fight. Yeah, because she can miss. We get very angry when she misses.
Yeah, sometimes she just aims off to the side and hits you, and it can lose you time, or it takes longer to finish the fight.
Yeah, you can die here.
Yes, you can. Even on VE, you can die here.
I was going to skip getting hit by that claimer. Didn't get the chef though.
Yeah, you can do a quick little flick movement there. It's not easy. It takes a little bit getting used to, but you can flick the stick slightly, grab the chaff, and avoid the claymore. You can also do what they call a damage cancel, which was found by one of the community members, Tino. He does damage cancel claymores. Shout out to Tino. He loves damage cancels. Where you can basically walk through the claymore, blow the claymore up, and you have iframes. It doesn't hit you, it doesn't knock you down. You'll just walk straight through the claymore and avoid taking damage. House opted for the tighter movement where you just stick to the fence and walk around the claymore. He is going to pick up backup chaffs in Shell 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, he needs those chaffs.
Yeah, if you miss the chaffs here on the roof, there are backup chaffs in Shell 1.
Mockingjay getting those chaffs there, yeah.
Because you'll need them for later, for one section later.
There's a lot of things that we pick up for later. Those chefs really help us when we have to go through a room with like ciphers or cameras, and then we use those chefs to basically eliminate these cameras.
Now we're going to come up to Fat Man here. The next boss fight.
Our skating bomb man.
Bomb extraordinaire, I guess. Yeah, whatever you want to call him. He can be annoying. They're going to set up the fight in a specific way to try and get him to go the optimal place you want him to go after you shoot him down. Because so House is going to stand here and he's going to knock him down. And then he's going to do one shot to the head, turn around, defuse the bomb, and he's going to do another shot.
Then he's going to skate in a way. That's a very favorable
That's a good way you want him to.
Yeah.
You want him to skate south down the middle here. That's the quickest route because you'll be able to shoot him a lot quicker. If he goes to the far left, that's the worst place he can go. Because he'll go so far left, and you can catch him. If you're very lucky, you'll catch him just before he skates out of your view. And you'll still be able to shoot him, but most of the time he'll just skate far left and skate south, and it'll just take so much time.
Yeah, that man
goes to the right. If he goes to the right, it's not so bad, but still, you will lose time. You pretty much want him to go south all the time.
Yeah, no, he has the zoomies. He's so fast on those blades.
Yeah, he is.
I think he just fused his blades with some rocket engines or something.
That was the lethal strat. We can do this boss non-lethal. It is a lot faster on non-lethal, but it's a much harder fight to execute on non-lethal. It requires timing of the M9 shots.
Mockingjay also getting himself.
Very nice, yeah. Good.
Very good.
It's very often that it's very rare that he'll go left or right. Most of the time, the way we start that fight in that position that they're both in favors him to go south most of the time. So it's very rare you'd ever find him without going there.
So now we're going to find Ames, and he is in the Shell 1 core, where we are going to use that Claymore we picked up earlier. First, we're going to get the AK.
House is going to do a different strat. Similar outcome, but he's going to use a different weapon. He's going to use the stun. We'll see Mockingjay use the Claymore.
Nice.
For anyone that didn't know, on VE, the AK does spawn in here. There's two of them. You'd normally have to go to Strat F. On hard, everything from easy and above, you have to go back to Strat F before you come here. But on VE, they just added another version of the AK in here, another copy. So you can go to Strat F or you can come here. It saves time to come here, obviously, on VE. So we just come straight to the Shell 1, pick up the AK, and like I said earlier, if you miss the chaff on Strat A roof, because you don't want to get hit by the Claymore, because it's very easy to get hit by the Claymore there, there's always a backup set of chaffs in there, and we only need 2. So you'll see here, House is going to do the stun strat, which works the same as the Claymore strat you'll see Mockingjay do. But basically, he throws a stun, he cooks a stun as soon as he gets control, throws it, and does a little loop so it lands back in the elevator. And that'll cause an alert and stun these guards in here. He shoots, gets another alert, and now he'll stun this set of backup guards. So everybody will get stunned here. And what that'll do is allow the elevator to stay open. Instead of coming back up here and having to press the button twice, the elevator's open and it saves us time.
Which is like a 5-second time save again, but it's...
Yeah.
It is
she's going
necessary.
to do the same, but she's just going to use the Claymore to do it.
And she just has to aim and shoot the Claymore from the inside of the elevator.
Yeah. House is coming up to the hostage room now. He's just going to do a knock on the wall to get the guard to run out quickly, and then do line against the scanner, and then do 2 punches to line up in the right spot for him to grab the guard instantly.
He needs to find Ames, and Ames can spawn in a lot of locations. I think on normal new game, then he spawns in a certain place.
Location. Wow. On new game, he spawns on that exact location every time on new game.
That was very good. That was very good RNG.
Yeah. On New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus, Ames will always spawn in a random location. That's just RNG we have to deal with. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be playing on New Game if you're speedrunning this. So we just have to deal with that RNG sometimes. And House got lucky. He got a good spawn. It's not what we would call a God Ames. A God Ames is the literal first hostage in the room can be Ames. So the first person he walked past could be Ames, and that's what we call a God Ames, because he's right there. We'll see what Mockingjay gets.
As you can see, Mockingjay just setting up for that retinal scanner with a bunch of punches and a bunch of inputs. We have a lot of setups like that will get us in like very specific positions, which is why we run this game blindfolded as well. We do the tanker level blindfolded. Very cool run. You should check it out.
Unfortunately, she didn't get the same aims or better aims than House. She got not great aims, but not the worst either.
Not the
If
worst, no.
she had to keep going further north to the last set of hostages, that would have been the worst aims you could possibly get in that room because he's the furthest spawn. But it's not too bad. You don't lose like loads of time. It's not loads of time lost. Luckily.
No, but in this speedrun where we are doing literally everything to save those 5 seconds, you would have wanted those 5 seconds.
Oh yeah. House is just making his way back across the EF bridge. He's now going to be heading to Harrier. Mockingjay is going to be heading to grab the PSG-1, which House just grabbed because we needed to take out some sensors, and we'll need it for later on in the game as well.
Yep. Lots of things for later on in the
Explain
game.
the Harrier fight a little bit. The Harrier fight is, for most runners, even as you start to get into the more higher times on the board, the more advanced times, the Harrier is always a contention point of their run because we always call it a run killer because it's very easy to lose the run in that fight. The Harrier can get away from you, can miss shots. The Stinger, like unequipping and re-equipping too quickly, will cause the missile lock to just stop and then it'll blow up. The optimal strat for most runs is what we call a 5+1 Harrier, where we do 5 shots at the beginning plus an extra shot. And then that will set up the fight in VE. That sets up the fight to end at what we call the die shots. It's where Solidus will come over the top and drop bombs on you and then shout die. And then we just shoot 2 Stinger missiles and the fight is done. But there are plenty of other methods you can use to finish this fight still pretty quickly. We have a thing called a 4-shot +1, 4+1, 3+1, 2+1, 1+1, and you can 0-shot it if you really want to. It's the slowest, but you can just shoot no shots here and then shoot them all later.
Very nice from House.
Got the 5+1. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. So he'll have a quick fight. This is the most optimal fight you can do. In full game, in a full game run, there is an IL strat for this boss, which we use a 6-shot Harrier, but it's very hard and it's not really full game viable. It's more of a boss IL strat than it is even plant IL. You wouldn't see anyone go for it in plant IL either. So very nice though from House.
Leap
Let's see
of
what
faith.
Mockingjay can get.
Very scary always after that Harrier fight. Very like adrenaline rush fight, and then you have to do such a technical trick. Let's see what Mockingjay gets for the Harrier, because that will be
They've both been
part of
doing a
the
lot of
decision.
5+1, so we'll see.
See if she gets it.
Ooh, she missed she missed 4th shot as well. She should get the
That's
+1, I think.
unfortunate. But it is a very, very tough fight. Definitely not
Unfortunate.
easy to get a 5+1.
No, it's timing and she shot too early as well after the cutscene. We skip the cutscene just as he drops the bombs so that we can shoot early. When we skip the cutscene at the right point, the Stinger will automatically be locked to the Harrier, even though you can't see the Harrier. It hasn't flown over yet. And so that'll allow us to get an early shot in. But if you shoot too early, the lock just won't work. The missile will go too far, as you saw, unfortunately. This is what I mean by this is why we call it a run killer. The Harrier can get away from you, and when it gets away from you, it can ruin your run completely.
We'll just lose your time. That's
Yeah,
what the Harrier is
bleed a lot of
designed to do.
Unfortunately, Mockingjay got into what we call the missile phase. You never really want to see this phase on V, ever. That means the fight took too long because like shots got missed or you just missed timing. And generally, once you see that that phase on the Harrier, it's pretty much game over for the run. If you were running, obviously, on your own runs, if you were doing like a PB attempt or something in a race, it's not a big deal. You can still pull it. You can still pull it back. There's so much time in this game. people don't realize how much time you can save. Just in this-
Mockingjay also getting that leap of faith, by the way.
Yeah, both of them got leap of faith.
Always
That's
a
that's
very
another risky.
Very
part of the run.
unfortunate continue if you get that one.
Actually, on this next pack, I'll say on this strat L perimeter that Mockingjay's on. Sorry, I gotta go.
I'd say House is getting the Nikita to rescue the president, and Mockingjay is getting her way to the president. I'd say we have some time for some donations.
Sorry about that. I have something in my throat. Stop.
No worries.
Don't stop me on about having something in your throat. I've been coughing for the past 3 days. Nothing really new to report, but everybody don't forget that this is a charity stream, and we are marathon running for the charity that is known as excuse me as Haven House. It's a children's hospice. Haven House Children's Hospice cares for seriously ill babies and children by creating a loving and warm environment for them and their families while they go through the toughest of times. No family should have to face alone the difficulties of looking after a child with a serious illness. Although we cannot change their diagnosis, our specialist care team are here to provide support to parents and carers who have children with complex medical needs. Many of our children need 24-hour care and supervision. We are a lifeline for these families, supporting them through their child's illness. We are here for the whole family, including mums, dads, brothers, sisters, and grandparents. Haven House provides a round-the-clock care at our hospice, surrounded in beautiful grounds and woodland in Woodford Green. And through our outreach services in the home and local community, we provide daycare, overnight stays, and end-of-life care, bereavement support, and as well as life-enriching activities such as sensory play, music therapy, and physiotherapy. We provide care and support where and when our families need us. Hospice care does not mean that the child is near to the end of their life. We are here from the time of a devastating diagnosis is made to help our families have choice, quality of life, and to make the most of the precious times they have together. Haven House isn't just about end-of-life care. The hospice is often a happy and fun place where young people can live a life to the full. Haven House is where families feel safe at time and when they and where they can spend quality time together, enabling parents to be parents, not caregivers. Care delivery can take place in a variety of settings, including at home and in the hospice. Care and support is provided by specialist nurses, healthcare support workers, counsellors, play specialists, music therapists, physiotherapists, and family support workers. Haven House offer a range of support to meet the well-being needs of individuals and families. This includes social opportunities for families to come together and meet others. For example, at sibling activity days and coffee mornings. Haven House also offer 24-hour advice line, emotional and practical support, dads group meetups, family days, and bereavement support. So as you can see, they do a lot for these different families, everybody. So if we have a chance and you do have a bit of spare cash, please do just hit ! Donate in the chat. I'll do it for you now. So you can get that link to support this amazing charity. Thanks, guys.
First,
A little bit happened. Sorry, a little bit happened there.
a little bit happened, but that's okay.
I can explain it. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's a swing glitch time. We have a glitch here with Raiden swimming. Let's see if Mockingjay does it, because it's not the hardest trick, but it's a very precise one. You have to tap left in a certain rhythm to get it while you're swimming, and you're basically letting Raiden swim himself up the corner of the wall and then going out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a trick that stumps a lot of runners, even like advanced runners, even high runners.
Yeah.
It's a certain rhythm you need to get used to, and getting it right allows you to get what we call a one cycle. Like that,
yeah.
actually, very nice by Mockingjay. That was what we call a one cycle, where she didn't have to readjust. She just swam all the way up high enough to get out of bounds. That'll save you. This trick, if you get it very clean, saves you about 20 seconds. But I mean, if you get it like second cycle, it's still like 10, 15 seconds. It's still pretty decent.
We fight fam.
Oh yeah, vamp 1. Don't blink.
And
We just
that
turbo.
was fam.
Yeah, that's fam one.
That was fam for us. We don't really fight fam. We just immediately annihilate him.
Now on to the escort section, arguably the most boring section and one that we'd love to skip as speedrunners.
Yeah. We have a bounty on it, so if you
Yeah.
are a glitch hunter and you like to break games, then please break this part for us because we don't like having to walk with Emma.
We have as Leighton said, we have a bounty of about $2,000 to find a significant skip that would allow us to skip a significant amount of time. Say this section completely, the Emma sniping section, or anything that would allow us to skip past Shell 1, the whole of Shell 1, so we could go straight to like the Harrier fight. There's $2,000 up for grabs if anyone can find a glitch. So far, no luck with anything. We've tried a lot of stuff, and so far, no one has been able to find anything. It's a very solid game, pun intended, with the name. You know, Metal Gear Solid, and it's actually a solid game.
I was just going to choke Emma for a little bit here. Don't worry, we're doing that friendly because she just hates those cockroaches.
She hates those bugs, and it's faster than coolant spraying them out the way. So we just drag her through.
And then he's going to attempt something that we call Emma
I don't know
zip.
if he's going to do it.
I think he will do it. No.
No.
Damn,
So
yeah.
there's a zip that was found last year. Yeah, last year, and it's by another runner in the community called Miss Chelsea. We call it the Emma zip, or the Chelsea zip, or the Chelsea port, like teleport. And basically, she was just messing around in a run. I think the runner died, and she had an attack team coming in here to like find her. And she sat in this corner there, and she kind of went FPV, first person view, and she bumped Emma in a weird way, and it just bumped her out of existence. Like, actually out of the map, she just teleported, disappeared. And we were so confused, she went outside the room and reloaded it, and she was back here in this corner. The house has just walked past the corner of that box there, by the wall. And so that actually saves us about 10 seconds. It's about 7 seconds in here, something to that effect. And then we do the same out here on the KL bridge. We teleport out here, go back inside, reload the room, and we can run all the way to the end of this bridge, coolant spray the fire to get out of the way, and then go all the way down to the door, and she'll just be spawned in that hallway, waiting for us at the door, and we can just run straight to the door and get onto the next part of the game. And that saves about, I think it's 7 seconds in Shell 2 inside, and 8 seconds out here on the bridge, if done first bump. It's not an easy trick to get. It requires a specific lineup and execution. The Shell 2 one that happens in the elevator that House didn't do, we might see Mockingjay go for it, actually. We'll see if Mockingjay goes for it.
Yeah.
We've got a setup now by BMN, thanks to BMN, that's more execution. Yep, she's going for it.
She's going to do it.
Let's see if she can get it. This is execution based, and it's very hard. Okay, it's not happened yet.
Basically bump her in a way that she can go out
Yeah.
of bounds. And that will
it's very
teleport
difficult.
her. Miss Chelsea thought she finally got rid of Emma because we are okay with Emma, we just don't like the escort section, but unfortunately
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, after 4 or 5 bumps, you've pretty much evened out and you've lost the time that you would gain. So Mockingjay's not going to get it. It's unfortunate it didn't happen. It is a hard trick to get. It only saves 15, 16 seconds total between both rooms, so, and it's very execution based, and that setup in the elevator there, that's a lot more consistent setup we've got so far for the inside. But the KL bridge one, we have setups that work pretty well, but nothing that's like super consistent. It's a very random trick. We know how to do it. It's just getting her to actually interact the way we want her to, basically.
yeah.
Unfortunate they didn't get it, but at the end of the day, it's a very hard trick, and you would only save 15 seconds if you got it perfectly on both.
Oh, she's not bumping Emma here, so that means
No, she's going to go for
take...
KO. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. There's 2 Emma zips that are possible.
She didn't set up on the right spot, unfortunately. That
Emma's
cost a
not
lot
being
of time.
kind to Mockingjay here. That's typically Emma, especially in races.
She might get it here, though. No. Oh, no.
It looks good, but that's
Unfortunately,
just the
she's
thing
knocked
with
her
this
over.
trick. No, Emma
This is the
not
side
being
note.
kind.
House says they're on PB pace.
Ooh.
Oh,
That
let's
puts them
go.
at a 102. He's been trying to get into the 102s. He got a 103 flat, I think, is his current PB.
Yeah,
So
something like that. So
this could
that
be
would
good.
be very nice.
That'd be
for
very
him.
nice.
Very rewarding, as he's been grinding this game for the past 3 weeks.
Still got a fair amount of the game. He's got about 20 minutes left of the game to go, and it's everything to play for and everything to lose if you don't keep paying attention. There's a lot left of the game that could really lose you time here. So
This is a very annoying fire, by the way, that Mockingjay just put out. That fire has the possibility of going back on. You have to wait for the black smoke or for the phone to stop ringing, whatever is your fancy. But if it goes back on, you have to try and cool it again, and of course it's a fairly big time loss.
So they're both gonna. Mockingjay will be starting the sniper section soon. House is about halfway through it. So this is just a long-winded section that we use. It's nice to have downtime. You know, like there's a lot of speed runs where it's go 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 go. I mean, speed run. We want to be fast. We want to get through the game. Go go go. This unfortunately has a downtime, which is why, as me and Lightning said earlier, there's a bounty. If you can find a skip for this, we'd be grateful, and you're welcome to the $2,000, and you'd be forever in the debt of MGS2 speedrunners. Trust me, from personally, I run this game, and so does Lightning, and we'd love to have a skip. So,
yeah, well,
please.
I can argue that this section is not that bad, because this run is so packed. There are so many small skips, so many tricks you have to do, and you're constantly on edge, and especially with the movement, because the movement is very, very tight. So this sniper section actually allows us to just go to the bathroom and take a breath and call our friends, hang around
We can
a little
actually,
bit.
the game actually has a mechanic where Snake will ring you shortly after you start this section, and he'll say, "Ring me if you want me to help you," and if you do it very quickly, which obviously speedrunners we're used to, we know the inputs, we know what we're doing in sections, we play the game all the time, so many runs through the game, so we're used to everything. You can actually call Snake if you're quick enough. You barely lose any time. You can call Snake, and he'll come and help you. Equip the scope, the binoculars, stand in a corner, and just look at the whole scenery in front of you, and he'll destroy everything that comes into your field of vision, your view under the scope. So you can just go to the toilet, or do something you have washing to put on, or something you got to go do.
Big pie, that kind of stuff.
He will just kill everything for you, and you don't even have to be at your computer screen. You do need to come back though, because eventually the section will end. We don't want to be coming back to us stood still and losing time.
We stand in a specific spot here. It's very close to the ammo pack, so we can easily grab new ammo, and also because it overviews the entire section. We don't zoom in typically with the sniper, or we sometimes zoom in, but we zoom out as quick as possible, because if you're zoomed in, and especially when Emma is inside, she will slip and fall. She can feel your eyes burning in her back, and she's like, "Oh God, he's watching me," and she'll fall. Of course, that's a time loss, because we want her to go to the other side as quick as possible. And there's a few Easter eggs in this part as well. You can get a cutscene with Johnny.
Yeah, he chats if you bring up the D mic and you look at it's the second pillar there, the second cylinder. When Emma walks around the side, a little chat will happen between her and Johnny. It's just a funny little talk. He mentions Shadow Moses from MGS1, little thing like that. It's just a fun little Easter egg the devs put in. So House is coming up to Vamp 2. Don't blink again, because it's Vamp 2, and we just turbo shoot him. We don't even have to move our aim. You just spawn into the fight, wait a fraction of a second, and then just hold square and turbo shoot him, and it'll insta kill him.
Vamp has I think 3 or 4 seconds of screen time in this run.
Yeah, and he's still not even dead. He comes back in MGS4. He's
Right.
still
Oh wait.
nanomachines, nanomachines. If you know, you know.
So this is a section where House has to go as quick as possible to the Shell 1 core to assist Emma and Snake and Otacon. I mean, Pliskin, I mean.
Oh yeah, Pliskin.
He has to shoot these ciphers, and there's a thing here with the bridge. The bridge has panels that will drop once you have stepped on them. If you get hit by a cipher here, Raiden will be knocked back, still standing on the panel while it's dropping, and then you will take a continue, which might not seem that bad, but because we're on a timer, it will send you all the way back to the hatch that you came out of after the sniper section. So that's a very significant time loss.
This is one of the worst places to take a continue, and I've taken one here before on a PB. So I know, everybody that does speed runs, everybody's faced that pain in their game where they're running and they're on pace, and then there's that one section that if you mess up, it kills your run, and that's one of them. You, like Lightning said, you spawn all the way back at that hatch after the codec when you go to open the door, so it's a big time loss.
Yeah, it's really devastating, I would say, and.
It's probably the worst part, actually. It's probably the worst place in the game to take a death. There are other places that are similar, but that's probably the worst.
So, if you're familiar with the Metal Gear Solid games, there's always a tortures section in the game, and in MGS1 you had to actually mash to keep your health up. It's a very typical thing for the Metal Gear games to have something like that. In Metal Gear Solid 3 you have to you have something different, but in the end, it's a lot about mashing, especially in Metal Gear Solid 1. In Metal Gear Solid 2, they're very kind to you, because this first time where Solidus tried to choke us, you don't actually have to mash. It's just a test, and you can try and mash. You don't really have to do that, but we're on Turbo anyway, and because we are using Turbo, we don't have to mash at all in this entire game, which saves our hands and keeps us from getting injuries.
See Mockingjay do the exact same. Just hold that fraction and turbo him.
The other 2 seconds of that fan fight.
This room that House has just entered, Jejunum, all these rooms are named after parts of the body, the human body. So Jejunum, stomach, I forget what one's there. I think it's rectum, which people laugh at all the time. But yeah, it's just parts of the intestines, basically. It's like upper and lower intestines. And this room can be very tricky. There's a gap here we call the gap of unfathomable sadness, because when you drop, you lose 14 seconds if you do not make that gap.
That was a close one.
The route that House took is what we call the fast route for this room, and you need to basically answer all the codecs on the first frame, which luckily the first codec in the room you can hold select and buffer it, so you can immediately answer it as soon as the game loads, the room loads. The second codec, though, you do have to time it right and get it on. You don't have to get it exactly on the first frame, but it has to be right there. And then you'll see him run up the stairs. You need to cartwheel, and then you saw him punch the guard and then cartwheel, or you can just cartwheel through the Tengu, the guard. If done correctly, like House did, you won't get an alert and you'll be able to make it through the room fast. If you get an alert, you can make it through the room, but you'll lose time, you'll get shot at, and if you get shot while doing the cartwheel across that gap, you will just immediately drop and lose 14 seconds. So another kind of run killer, especially if you don't have all that much time left.
So House having some more downtime here. He had to stand in a specific spot, otherwise the game would not really progress. He had to take a few codec calls, that's all scripted. In order to advance, he's now in the sort of ninja training zone where he's been told, like, try the ninja blade out a little bit. But you don't really have to do anything. You can just chill and stand near the door, and that will just...
Actually, you do have to swipe. This section is actually on a timer. A lot of people didn't know this. This section is on a 45-second timer as soon as you swipe. So when we gain control of Raiden, after the cutscenes, we immediately do one swipe, and then you want to move as far north as you can.
Yes.
Most people just stand at the door because it doesn't matter, but as long as you swipe and stand at the end of this corridor, you'll be fine. A lot of people didn't know that. I didn't know that when I first played it, because nothing tells you that, do they? Devs don't tell that. The timer is hidden, but the game actually counts a 45-second timer for that section.
You just swipe once, but you don't have to actually do a full ninja performance. And House is getting to this part here in the corridor where you're fighting through that Tengu section. And he's
Tengu 1.
Going to kill them. And oh wow, first try skip. Very nice from him.
What we call the Tengu skip, Tengu 1 skip. This works on a few other doors in the section, but it's useless except for here. It's pretty much the only place we found any use for it. It allows us to get through that door without waiting for the entire fight to finish. We call it the Tengu 1 skip, we just skip through the door. Basically, the punch kick that you saw House do, he leans against the door, goes into FPV, punch kicks, and then lets go of FPV at the right time. And basically what happens is it pushes Raiden back enough for his hitbox to pass through the door on the kick. And that obviously triggers the trigger of the door, the room change. And like I said, it can be done on a few other doors in the plant, but none of them are any use. It basically soft locks the game for the most part, and then you have to restart.
It's because of using that first-person view. For some reason, you get knocked back instead of you go forward because of the kick.
It's like our Boba skip.
It's like Boba skip, indeed.
Yeah.
This is our Boba skip. See, MGS2 is cool too.
Unfortunately, it doesn't save us as much time. I'd like a 2.5 minute time save there as well, but
Right.
that's
Or an Anna skip.
And then that was Tengu 2, which basically on VE we just use the sting and you have to kill 48. It's like 48 Tengus between you and Snake. Even Snake's kills count towards it. And we just use the stinger.
Mockingjay did get the alert, by the way, during that part where the leap of faith is very scary, but she went through okay.
Got through. That's good.
Yeah, House is now in the speech section, so Solidus is a very egotistical man, and he really wants you to listen to his speech. So in this section, you can just use your menu and rearrange all your weapons, and you can go through everything because he will just keep talking to you. He doesn't give a damn about what you think. He will just keep talking. No way you will be pausing the game by using your inventory or your weapons.
Yeah, this section, like Lightning said there at the end with the inventory, this section's on a separate timer to the IGT in-game. Anything you do here cannot cost you time. Pretty much. Like, normally, any part in the game, normally, when you open the menu, the IGT is still running, but obviously you're not interacting, you're paused. The game, your actions are paused because you have to scroll through a menu. If you do that here, it doesn't affect your in-game time, which is what we time the runs with. So everything you do here is free. It's on a separate timer. It's a really weird section. This section and what other section? There's another section. I forget which part it is. That doesn't affect. There's this section and another section that doesn't affect IGT. It's running on a separate timer for whatever reason. I think it's Solidus, somewhere at the Solidus fight.
Very good brave fight, by the way, from House. Just very solid.
Yeah.
House is on a 2-second before he loses his PB at the moment.
He's very tight.
He's really tight. Let's go.
Well, in that case, we have to pray for some very good Solidus RNG. So we're going to be fighting Solidus soon. And when that happens, there's a possibility that Solidus will do certain moves in his second phase. If he does the elbow moves, or if House manages to catch him when he's dashing towards us, that will save him a lot of time. So, guys, we have to root for House here to get a PB and get him that
the RNG. Bless the RNG here.
Bless it all.
So we're going in that Solidus fight.
This is probably the longest codec in the game. It is the longest codec in the game, actually. It's just, before you even fight him, you have to go through all these codecs for some reason. I guess for lore reasons. I mean,
a little bit of screen time for the Colonel and Rose.
Yeah, not the real ones though.
No. It's all simulation.
That's going on. We do need to thank Pointy Legend for a £10 donation, saying good luck to all the runners and let's smash the budget for a great cause.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. The Solidus fight. The first phase of this fight is simple. We attack him. Walk far enough away so he does his missile attack, and then roll back into him and attack him again.
Yeah.
So, and then phase 2, as like
phase 2,
we're looking for 2 attacks. We either want the kick or we want what we call the people's elbow.
Yeah, those are the fastest attacks that he can do. If he's just slashing his swords, that's potentially a time loss, unless you catch him out.
There are some more advanced strats, like Lightning pointed out. You can interrupt his dash at you. If you attack him there, you can interrupt him and cause him to recoil.
That's the first elbow, guys. Let's get that second elbow.
Oh,
it's a slash, and he
got the interruption. He got the slow attack.
Yes.
He did 3 attacks. Nice.
Very good fight from House there. I hope he got his PB
there.
Oh, that's a 103-1.
Oh.
Oh man, House, did you tie your PB?
No, it's 1 second slower.
Oh no.
That is unfortunate.
According to my life
GG,
split, I'm 1 hour, 3 minutes, 0 seconds, 0.95. Like,
It's like a tick off of that.
yeah.
GG though. GG, that's a very good one.
It's always great when you're doing a race, like a no reset type situation, and you're matching your PB at least that close. I'm very happy about this performance today.
I can imagine, and we're now going to watch Mockingjay going through that same fight, and of course we also want her to get that elbow RNG. Elbow is the easiest RNG that you can get, and also one of the easiest to parry, I would say.
It's the safest. There are advanced strats to him, like you mentioned. You can, when he dashes towards you, you can lunge at him or slash him at the right time. It's very tight timing, but you can interrupt him and then get early attacks. Or you wait for him to dash at you, and just as he's mid-dash, you move forward and then circle around him, and so he'll miss you, and you'll do what you call dodge strats, and that can save you time. You turn around and immediately attack him because he's interrupted. And but generally, like, consistent, safe is just wait for him to launch at you and hope you get an elbow. Or House actually didn't get too bad. His sword attack, which is slightly slower, you did get the slow third attack. He waits. Sometimes, instead of doing, sometimes he'll do 3 attacks like in a flurry, and then other times he'll do 2 attacks and then he'll wait for a second and then attack on the third. And House got that one, which does allow you to interrupt. It's just unfortunate that you didn't have, you were already on thin time.
Yeah.
The PB, unfortunately, but
Exactly.
hey, GG's. Great time,
Very good
103.01
time from you.
for a race. In a race,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy.
very good time.
Mockingjay on fire, by the way, that's not really bad. That's we're on VE. On a higher difficulty, that would arguably be bad. Anyway, she has to do the same kind of strats, wait for the missiles to pop out, then do an aerial towards Solidus and catch him. So Solidus is going to enter that second phase right now for her. Let's see if she can get those elbows in.
You also notice that House and Mockingjay tried to get away from him before this cutscene starts. If you're far enough away, he'll do what we call a short dash. So he can dash to this end or the other end, and the short dash saves time, obviously. He gets to the cutscene quicker. But unfortunately, I think you both got the long dash.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Well,
the best.
okay.
Oh, there's the elbow.
There you go.
Yeah, he can, the dashing is RNG, he can dash a lot of times. We prefer like one dash, but that's very rare.
There she
And
goes.
GG
Nice.
for Mockingjay.
GG's. Well played.
GG's.
Very good times from you both. Very solid races.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, in Solidus I could have saved maybe a few frames, but as you see, sometimes it's all about those few frames, you know?
I remember
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Today is the day I
And you didn't even do Emma Zip.
Yeah, I saw the potential on my live split. I had live split running the entire time. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it safe. I know I can without Emma Zip still PB, so I tried it, but well, not today, I guess.
Yeah.
GG's Mockingjay.
GG's. Well played, both of you.
Well played. For sure. It was a very nice showcase of you both, and a very nice race to watch. Lots of tricks, lots of different strats.
What
I
an
was
amazing
hooked.
run, guys.
I can't wait to watch this back. So, we're not going to IGT at the end of the credits. We are actually looking a little bit for time safe. So, let's bring this to an end. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you FTLG for having us here. My name is hau5test, joined by Mockingjay, the Lightning Strikes in Theory. You can find us all, of course, on our Twitters, Twitch streams, and YouTube channels. But what I hope all of you are maybe inspired to do is maybe join us as well. Learn these speedruns or any other from the Metal Gear Saga. We teach them all on a great Discord server, discord.gg/MGSR, which does not stand for Mario Golf Super Rush or anything. No, it's for Metal Gear Speedrunners.
Yeah, we have a lot of races on our channel, and we also do a lot of races in the Discord, so if you want to see more things like this, or even learn a little bit, then you're welcome. We're the most welcoming community out there, because we literally will speedrun to welcome you, so please join, we'd love to have you around.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's a fantastic community.
That sounds awesome. And thank you for being here and running for us today. We really appreciate it. It was very entertaining, and we hope you definitely submit again at FTLG.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me and House
Right.
race.
So stay tuned, guys. Up next we have Glenjamin playing Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury, and that'll be coming up shortly. So stay tuned, and we will be right back shortly.